Let the vocals out, now you witnessing a survivor speak. I done messed around and went viral right from my driver's seat. Just like what the industry was containing. I'd rather make a difference instead of hating, complaining. So let me park the whip, it don't matter, rapper or model chick, singer or comedian, perfect. Let's park in politics. Hey, let's park in politics. Welcome to the pullover, let's park in politics. This the pullover, let's park in politics. I say this the pullover, let's park in politics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Parking and politicking on the daily. That's what's up. What's going on, everybody? Lockoutmen back again with another podcast interview or podcast show. However you guys want to say it, I am here. This is the pre-trip. This is for YouTube doing its thing, sending out the notification, letting everybody know that I am here. You know what I'm saying? This is for the replay. This is for the people that's coming in. And when y'all come in and hit that play button, y'all hit that like button. All right. Make sure y'all smash, y'all beat up, y'all just poke at it. You know what I'm saying? Just like. That's it. Well, I am here again with another guest. So we are in the pre-trip chilling until a few people pop up in here. When y'all come up in here, say what's up. Let me know if the mic is nice and let me know if the video is clear. Right now, we about to talk to my guest right quick. What's going on with you?
Nothing.
How you feel? Where you at in the part of the world tonight?
I'm at home. I'm in Chattanooga right now.
Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yo, how's your Titans doing?
How's what?
How's your Tennessee Titans doing?
I don't know. I'm a Georgia fan.
Well, wait. Who the hell in Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, you know, you can't always get disappointed with the Falcons. You always know what they're gonna do.
Well, wait a minute. You in Tennessee though. Tennessee.
I'm a Georgia girl though.
Okay,
I just moved to Tennessee a year ago. I'm fixing to move back to Georgia.
Let me get this straight. You're you're a Georgia girl, born and raised in Georgia. Born and raised in Georgia, but then you went to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So you know when you move to the city.
I just went across the line.
Right. And when you go across the line and move to a different city, your team becomes that
no.
Oh
no.
Hey. All right. So let me pull it back. How's your Atlanta Falcons doing?
They losing as always. You wouldn't expect anything any less, would you?
Well, you know what? I got to tell you. I honestly got to tell you. I am very surprised at my Browns. I really am. You know.
Yeah. I got 3 grandbabies that live up in Ohio, and they're like, you got to get with the program.
Look, if you're not on board, you need to get on board. You know what I'm saying? You need to get on board.
It makes a very divided family. My son-in-law is a very big Browns fan.
Oh my God, I need him in my life. Tell him I said, "What's up? Let's make it. Let's get it to the playoffs." I mean, you know, that's something that we haven't heard in a long time. Well, while everybody is filing up in here, I appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. Thank you. Father D, NY to Japan, and Resto, and Lashes, and Lip Gloss. She just popped up in here. So let me go ahead and let you guys know my special guest. We're about to start the show in a minute. If you guys have any questions for her, definitely leave it in the chat, and I will get it over to her. I got some quick questions for you. Let me go ahead and shuffle the deck. Shuffle the deck. Shuffle the deck. All right. All right. What was the weirdest thing you ever eaten?
Oh, hold up. My volume went away.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Check 1, 2.
All right. Now, what was what?
All right. First question is, what is the weirdest thing you ever eaten?
That I ever eaten?
Eaten. That's what it says. Eaten. Eaten? Eaten.
I'm a real picky eater, so I eat a lot of vegetables. I don't eat a lot of meat. But I guess it would be the alligator. I ate alligator when I was in Louisiana. So I guess I would have to say alligator.
Okay. Did it taste like chicken?
No, it didn't taste like chicken.
You know everybody says everything tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I know.
All right, 2020, nasty. 2020
Awful.
just turned around and just turned us inside out. But what's the favorite thing you brought this year?
That I bought?
Yes, ma'am.
My new car.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Gonna have to hold on. Let me make sure. That's what's up. All right, new car. All right. It says you have 100K. You have to donate it or create a charity. What would you do?
I would donate it to the children's cancer.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. I'm shuffling the deck and we come up with, what will people look back at us 50 years from now and be shocked and appalled by? Oh, I got this easy.
Probably this election.
I was gonna say this whole year. I mean,
the whole year in general. We got COVID. We got COVID. We got the election.
We have riots.
Been a whole clusterfuck away around.
Yes. I mean, we just had the whole. I mean, this is in the history books. Somebody they going to be in school and be like, yeah, year 2020. We look back at that year where that part right there. It's like we make fucking history every damn year. So that's what's up.
There's either a lot of divorces or a lot of babies.
God damn it. All right, well, that's it. Everybody, welcome to the show. We about to get busy.
All you have to do is stay a minute. Just take your time. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is stay.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Lockoutmen podcast show for Monday. No, today's Tuesday. It's already. I'm already messed up. We're like what? Couple of days away. And let me ask you guys something. All right, I already know it's a couple of days away, but how this year's Christmas feels like every other year. Now, for me, as a truck driver within the last 6 years, it's just been another day. But being that this year has been tumultuous, how has it been? How do you think it is now versus your last couple of Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Leave that in the comments below. All right. Today's special guest is my favorite young lady. And I say young, very much so. My favorite young lady. Welcome to the show, Miss Marshelle.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Lashes and lip gloss right off the rip. She says, hey there, mother trucker mama.
Hey.
That's what's up. Thank you for being here, Lashes and Lip Gloss. Resto, he's in the house. NY to Japan, and Father D as always. What's going on, guys? So let's go ahead and just start right off the rip. What and who is you pronounce your name Marshelle.
Marshelle.
Correct me right now because I keep getting you Michelle, but it's
Marshelle.
That's different. So tell us about yourself, Miss Marshelle.
I'm 50 years old. I just had a birthday in November. Been driving for 21 years.
Happy birthday.
I've raised my 3 babies. I've got a bonus daughter. I got 16 grandbabies, a great granddaughter, and a great grandson on the way.
Wow, that's a huge family.
Oh,
so
and I'm still blessed to have my parents. My mom and dad still live and well. My daddy's 81 and my mom's 79.
All right, that is what's up. I got to give you a hype for that one. I got to give you that one. I mean, to be blessed with a huge family like that. How has it been for you to just be blessed to still have your family dynamic around you?
It's awesome. My kids and my parents is my biggest support system. No matter what. And them grandbabies, they wait on Nene to come home. It's like my little grandsons, they call it trailer trucking. They used to go trailer trucking with me all the time, and they're 10 and 8 now. And they were talking about it the other day. One of my oldest granddaughters, Miracle, she used to go with me everywhere. She was 2 days old and went down to the Keys. 2 days.
16 grandkids. Man. Jeez. And you say you got a bonus daughter. How did you have a bonus daughter? Like,
my bonus daughter, her name is Amy. Amy is my daughter's best friend since years and years and years. And she just become mine. She just become my bonus daughter. Her, she lives down in South Georgia, down towards Savannah. And
so you said bumpy. You just what? Where's hold on. Where is it? You are now my daughter. That's how I was. Just like that.
Yep. She's mine. She's mine. Anything. She's mine. Her mom, she didn't have a very good, childhood or whatnot, and her and my daughter become best friends, and she become mine. I mean, it was like, hey, it's just a child. So sometimes you got to, there's paths that children take, and they can go down the wrong path and have a bad life, or you can steer them in the right direction. So
trucking mama for 21 years. How has the balance of being a female truck driver and being the mother of this large family?
It was hard. My mom and dad was my backbone through everything. What got me into trucking was I was in a very, very abusive relationship, and I left him, and raising kids on your own's hard. That's the fact of the life. Crystal's 33 years old now. And of course, things are now 10 times higher than what it was when she was born. But my dad was like, hey, start driving. You can make the money you need to make. Me and your mother will help you, and you can support your children. So that's what I done.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up from day one. So what you was doing before you got into trucking? You said you was in an abusive relationship. I was
a healthcare provider. For years I done it, and then it was like, hey,
wow.
Let's do this.
Okay. So of course you was married during the time while you was in the healthcare position, right?
Hmm.
And obviously, as you said, that the relationship kind of went sideways.
Oh yeah,
Um, what gave you the strength to get up out of that relationship?
my kids,
All right,
my
all
kids.
right, all right. So you didn't want your kids to see you in that type of
Mm-mm.
situation anymore.
My kids are my whole world. They always have been. Everything I do for them.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So out of you had three kids, so you got two girls, one boy, and between the three of them, 16 grandkids and a great granddaughter and a great grandson on the way.
Yep, he'll be here in March.
Wow. So when your kids came back and told you, after you made the final count, how how does that like how could you like contend that like
I
wow,
blame it on my mama and daddy.
I got 16 grandkids. Like, wow. How
Hmm.
did grandma, how do you how do you I know you got love to give, but how do you do it? You just do it all at once, just give them all the love at once,
Yeah, you
or
just
you just
love them as they
independent.
come. I mean, I've got my grandsons in Ohio. They're taller than I am. I think Ty's 6'4", Robbie's 6'2", and Tia, she's tall too. So, and my other grandson Peyton, he's 6'2". So of course, me being 5'2", they just kind of like
Wow, you got some tall kids. Are they in sports? They got to be doing sports, right?
probably no, no,
Man,
don't do nothing.
you got some tall kids over there, man. What's the old do you know all the age? What's the age run?
My oldest is 22.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. So so you started driving. You got into it after you came out of the healthcare field. What was the difference between driving the semi truck and the healthcare field?
Oh, it's a totally different world. You still got to deal with people just like you always have, but you're more consolidated. You're more alone. You're more to yourself when you're in the truck than what you are having to, you know, sit there and deal with families or just bosses in general.
What kind of stories that you can give us you worked in a hospital, like a general hospital, or you
I
was like
worked in a nursing home.
okay, what's some of the stories that you can give us when you was at a nursing home?
Nursing homes, just to be honest, I never put my parents will never ever ever go to a nursing home. Never. They never get the one-on-one care that they deserve. Never. I mean, you can sit there and you can try, but that's a field that is not trained properly to care about the elderly. I mean, elderly people can be mean as shit,
I can imagine.
but I mean, some's got dementia, some just forgets. They all say we're born bald and naked, and we die bald and naked. We born a child, we die a child.
Now, being in the nursing home situation, luckily for me, my grandmother was in the nursing home, but I knew people in the family that was in the nursing home, and I kind of tend to think that the nursing home for the elderly is kind of a lonely place for them. Would you
It,
would you
it
agree?
is, yeah, It is, especially because it's like some of the families don't come and see them like they need to. And with this pandemic now, with COVID and everything got locked down. So they can't thrive the way that they need to thrive because they don't get to see their families. They don't get to visit with the norm.
All right. Let me go to some of the comments. James Park Avenue says, "What's happening?" Emily Aaron, she's in the house. She says, "Hey, mama."
That's my daughter-in-law.
Okay, Emily Aaron, how you doing? Lashes and Lip Gloss says, "Happy belated birthday." She also says 21 years. Job well done. Lashes and Lip Gloss comes back and say, "I wish I had a family." Well, we all family. We all family in the L.O.M community. You got family.
Everybody has a family. You don't always choose your family. Sometimes your family chooses you.
Exactly. James Park Avenue, she saved that girl's life. He's talking about the young lady that your bonus daughter.
Amy. That's my baby.
Resto says, another day for me is like every year. We talking about Christmas, Resto. That's what's up. And he says, you're going to need a train. I don't know. Was 16 grand?
I need a bus.
Yeah. She need a bus. But with 16 grandkids, you can make your own football team right there. You know that, right?
Most of them girls.
Oh, well, we could start a female football team right there. That's what we can do. That's what's up. In your 21-year journey, Mama, tell us what it was like in the beginning when you started and when you came into the trucking.
It was awesome. Everybody helped everybody. You didn't have to worry about nothing. If a driver was broke down on the side of the road, it wasn't nothing for, a guy or a girl to stop and say, "Hey, driver, you need help. You got help coming." Whatever it meant. My daughter's trying to get in and she can't comment, she said.
Oh, well, wait, hold on. If you could see, you could probably see the comments before I do.
I don't see no comments.
All right, hold on right quick. Hold on. Yeah, the last one that Resto was the last one. What's she trying to say? What's she trying to say,
No, I don't know. Her name's Crystal.
Okay. Tell her that this is being simulcast on Facebook as well. So if she can if she has a Facebook account, let her know that this is being simulcast on Facebook. So back when you started, what who was your inspiration? What made you decide to be a trucker?
My daddy. She said, "Where's it at on Facebook?"
It is. She will have to probably type up under your name. I tell you what is her? Hold on. All right, tell her that will probably, if she's not on Facebook, tell her the easiest way to go is to come on YouTube, type in Lockoutmen podcast or Lockoutmen, go to the channel, and it will show your thumbnail and it'll be live. It'll say live down at the bottom. That would be her easiest way to come up in, because if she's not a friend of mine on Facebook, I don't think she'll be able to get it. But yeah, tell her to go to YouTube. It'll look just like this.
She says she's watching it on YouTube, but she can't comment.
Do she have a YouTube account?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why she's not able to comment. I mean, if she has a YouTube account, she could probably comment. I wouldn't know. You got me stuck there. In order to comment anyway, you have to have a YouTube account. So, but I am not sure.
I don't know. She'll figure it out. She's smart as a whip.
All right. So your father was a truck driver. How long he was driving?
My dad drove 49 years.
Wow, 49. And out of the 49 years, you went out with him and got a taste of the road.
I went out with him, my mom, my brother, my kids.
Was he the one that actually did? Where did you get your training from back 21 years ago? Did you go to a school, or was you grandfathered in?
Yes.
How was it for you back then?
It was fairly easy. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't have to do all the stuff that they've got to do now per se. My dad's so good. I swear, he can go into the tightest place and turn that truck, trailer, and everything around on like a dime. And we're talking with a long-nosed Pete. When I stood there and I watched my father turn this truck around in this small parking lot, just like whip it around, didn't hit the fenders, didn't hit the fairings. I mean, we're talking like just whipped it around like it was nothing, like it was just another day at the shop.
And that pretty much amazed you, huh?
Yeah. And still, they're still, even after 21 years, there's still days that I call my dad, Daddy, I can't do this. One of these tight spots where you got the fence right in front of you. By the time you get back in, it's like this, and here's the fence, and here's the nose of your truck. And he'll say, just breathe, baby. Just breathe.
That's what's up. NY2 Japan says, tell your daughter to hit the chat when she comes in. When she comes in, it'll say live chat. Oops, let me get that so I can show you. It'll say live chat. Tell her to hit that live chat button and she'll be able to comment in the chat. Thanks, NY2 Japan. I appreciate that. All right, so back then it was all gravy for you. Was there how many women at that time when you came into the gang? How many women was in the game?
They were an average. I think the last time I checked, they were like 1,000 female drivers out when I first started. They wasn't hardly none. I mean, you didn't see. To every 100 trucks you saw maybe one female.
Wow.
So it was near no. They were like, and I'm glad that the females is coming up into this world, because when I started, it was hard. It was rude. That a lot of the older male drivers were just rude. They didn't want a female up into their world. Truck driving has always been a man's world. Well, they didn't want a woman coming up into a man's world. I don't know that, because back in the day, the woman was supposed to be staying at home. The woman was the one who took care of the home, took care of the children, done what had to do at home, and the man was the breadwinner. And it's not like that now.
Do you think did you personally experience any disrespect?
Oh yeah,
disrespect in your time while you was coming up?
Oh yeah, I was told I needed to be I need to be at home pregnant. You need to be at home in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant.
Wow.
And of course, me being from the South and me being mouthy, okay, buddy, when you can push an 8-pound baby out the head of your dick, you let me know what it's like.
what was the normal day for you back, back then?
A normal day was easy. I mean, we didn't have electronic logbooks. Lord, when I first started driving, cell phones wasn't even popular back when I started driving. You called your shipper, you called your receiver, you got directions. Qualcomms, we didn't have that. You didn't have none of that. GPSs, you called and got everything. You read a map to know to go where you had to go. You started your day, you tracked out how you going. Okay, I'm going from point A to point B. With this map out, you looking at your map, figuring out the best way out to go.
So how was it? How was it for you? Did you when you started with the company? Can you remember the company that you started with?
I started out with CR England. I sure did.
Did they have the training with two in the truck at the time you was there?
No. No.
So when you was there training, what was the training like?
We only stayed on the truck. And at that time, they didn't care whether they put a male with a female or a female with a male. They didn't care. They just didn't care. As long as you done your job, they didn't care. So I was in the truck for about 2 months, I guess. And then I got my truck and went on about my business. But I wasn't with CR England long. And when I say long, I mean like 6 months tops. Until I was like abandoned ship, and then I went to a small company.
So with CR England back then, of course the trucks was manual. I assume.
Yes.
All right. So you got good. You got down with hitting them gears. How was it for you hitting them gears, being that you already had the experience?
I learned. My dad taught me how to drive on an 18-speed.
Ooh.
So a 10-speed wasn't nothing, or a Super 10 wasn't nothing.
Ooh, so you got in that truck. What can you remember? Can you remember how the trainer was like when you got in there, knocked it out the park without him telling you anything?
He went to bed. He went to bed.
Oh man. So back then it was just straight paper logs, right?
Straight paper logs.
Explain to us, for some people that don't know, and before you explain, let me go to the comments right quick. But explain to us what was running two paper logs like. Before you say that, let me go ahead and hit some of these comments right quick. Let me see. Lashes. All right, Lashes and Lip Gloss says, I feel like men hates me. Oh my God, why you say that?
They do.
What?
Because we're coming up in their world. And a lot of times a female driver can do the job better than a man can.
Right.
Because we have patience. A man gets mad. A man gets angry quick. A woman has patience.
Exactly. Hey, look, I'm not mad at you. I'm glad y'all here. If y'all need a supporter, it is me. I am a huge female driver supporter. So if you don't, I'm not mad. I don't know about the rest of these busters out here. NY2 Japan said men be men. Crystal Davis says, hey,
that's my baby.
Hey, what's going on, Crystal Davis? The World Is Mine says 2 paper laws reran no law book. If you get caught, they shut you down for 8 hours and a ticket to the company. And Lashes and Lip Gloss says, I'm not trying to prove anything. I just hate being in the office. I just want to work and be left alone. That's what's up. I don't think too many females are out here trying to prove anything. I mean, some females come out here because of whatever situations that brings you out here. It could be financial, it could be a relationship issue, it could be anything. So I don't think you guys are proving anything. What do you? Am I good in saying that?
I mean, we don't. A female don't. We don't have to prove anything to anyone. We just got to prove what we do to ourselves. We got to be happy with us at the end of the day. You know, but just like, you know, another driver said, a man's going to be a man. A man's going to look. If you're going to dress like a hoe, a man's going to look at you like you a hoe. I mean, there's so many times that I've walked from the truck to the truck stop and get stopped by the security officer, you know, asking me for my ID because lot lizards.
That's crazy. There was security guards back then. I don't even see.
There was security guards back then.
I don't see none now. Maybe up in Memphis. There's a couple of security. Well,
yeah, right there in West Memphis at the Loves.
No, them some bum ass security guards. I take that. I don't even. Never mind. Forget what I just erase what I just said about them security guards over in Memphis, man. Them some bum ass dudes over there. But anyway, paper laws. Running 2 paper laws. How is that possible? I mean, I'm good running the 1 paper law, but 2?
Very creative. Very creative. I taught my kids how to do logs. Crystal can do a logbook.
Oh, she can't? Oh, okay. She said, hell, they stop kids, mama. But so now that now that you've been migrated into today's technology, what was the difference? What was the difference? Because you old school drivers,
I kicked and I screamed,
technology.
I fussed and I cussed. I would rather do logs. I mean, we can't control traffic. We can't control accidents. We can't control weather. So why should we be punished for something that's not our fault? On a logbook, on a paper log, you don't have, if you were sitting in traffic, okay, you could back that up, get to your destination. You could go log it that you got at your destination 2 or 3 hours earlier, done for the day, started your break early and get gone.
Now back then without cell phones and all like that, how was you guys able to keep in contact with your fleet managers?
You know, them things that hang on the wall, pay phones.
How important was phone for you back in the day to keep in contact with your family?
Oh gosh, it was, look, I had to buy this little card or whatever you got, you put money on for your phone calls, like you in jail, actually, that pay time or whatever it is when you're in jail. Well, you had to have that so you could call your family from wherever you was at. And they had little phone booths, you went in, you shut the door and you sit down and you had to talk to your family.
All right. Aaron, William Aaron, no, he says, I got forced to watch you and paper laws are not, he said, wait, I got forced to watch you and paper laws are nice when you can take a break, when you can't take a break, when you can take a break and when you can't take a break.
Mm-hmm. That's my son.
Was you an outlaw trucker back in the day?
Hell yeah. All the way up, straight up until the time that they mandated that the electronic logs had to go into the trucks. Straight up into that day.
Lashes and Lip Gloss says, similar stuff has happened to me. They judge you because they think you're hoeing and very close-minded. You're an old school trucker. You've been through it all. What do you see about the new school lady drivers out here?
A lot of the lady drivers, I give them prompts. They're doing out there and they're doing the damn thing. A lot of them, the way they dress, they don't dress too conservative. back to my statement, a man's going to be a man. They're going to look. They're going to look. It's just, it's just the facts of life. Hello, I'm not blind. I look at men. I'm not blind. So, I mean, if you want to, if you want the respect out there, dress the part.
All right. So, being that you got divorced and you came into the trucking field, how was the men? How was some of the men coming to you? That tried to talk to you back in the day.
I think a lot of them was scared. You don't meet. It's a very rare thing back in that day that you met somebody that was on the same level as you were on. And with me having my babies already, that was something that I never hid from anyone. I will never hide the fact that I have my babies. My babies are my world. They always have been, and a lot of times they just wouldn't talk to you. They wouldn't speak, or they would say hi or whatnot, but having a full-blown conversation, it was like you had the plague. They walked away from you because they didn't know how to take you.
Man, truck stops back in the day, what was it like? Because we didn't have all of the Loves, all of the Flying J's,
You
the
had the
Pilot.
Williams and the nice sit down restaurants where you could go, and not the Denny's either. We're talking like full-blown mom pop restaurants where you got good food, good meals, not none of this fast food. It was awesome. A lot of the truck stops back in the day were just phenomenal. The Williams truck stop, it was awesome.
What was all the states that you drove through? Did you touch all 48, or what was all the states
all
that you?
48.
So what was some of your favorite part of the states that you went through?
I hate East Coast. Just to be honest, I hate East Coast, but I love Maine.
Hold on, let me give you that again, because I can't stand the East Coast.
I hate East Coast, but I love Maine. Maine is so beautiful.
All right, so you hate the East Coast. So what's some of the states that you enjoy driving through?
I like going to the Dakotas. I love the Dakotas. I love Montana. Just out in that area where it's wide open, speed limit's 80 miles an hour, and you can just get down with the program. Not a lot of traffic. It's so relaxing just to ride out through there. Wyoming, where you get bored, about go to sleep. But I mean, there's a lot of beautiful land out through there.
All right, let's see. Let me see. Right, Lashes and Lip Gloss says, wait, I said that. She came back. She says, my hair is shaved. I am feminine, but I was hoping that the shaved head would take the edge off. The World Is Mine says, talk to him, Marshelle. Phone cards, pay phones, or phones at the iron skillet
on the booth. On the booth, hanging on the booth. You can sit at the table and the telephone be right there.
Wow. Aaron Williams says that 6-inch ruler was life. Crystal Davis came back and said yes. Aaron Williams says, I can still switch gears faster than you, though.
He just hopes. He'll get there one day.
Lashes and Lip Gloss says, I hate the East Coast too. Love the West. I'm not a fan of the West Coast either.
I like the Midwest. California, it can drop off in the water. Just drop it off.
What was California like for you driving through there back during those times? Because I know now it's like crazy, but back then, how was it back then?
Still the same.
Damn it, man. No change?
It ain't changed. Still crazy as hell.
Wow. So still 55. It wasn't
it was still 55 back then.
So you was pushing gears. Was the trucks governed back then?
Some was, some wasn't. It just depended on tickets at that time. You know, a lot of the companies would allow you to have a non-governed truck if you could not get a ticket, but you got a ticket, they're gonna govern you.
All right. So what about you in your 21 years of driving? Any tickets, any
Oh
mishap?
God, yeah. Every ticket I've ever got has always been in my truck, never in my car.
It's reverse for me. Every ticket that I got been in a car. Ever since I've been in a truck, I have yet. Well, let me knock on something.
You better knock on that wood somewhere.
You know, right? Let me knock on something. I'm knocking. I'm knocking. I'm knocking. So, I never had a ticket. Thank God. And I'm continue to keep that going. uh, All right, so the world is mine says, Marshelle, do you remember that Prime was the fastest mega carrier on the road?
They were the fastest. They pass everybody. Blow doors off. Take your paint straight off.
Wow. Prime?
Yeah. They also had a company called Prime Time.
Was it owned by Prime?
I don't think it was. Maybe he'll remember them, but Prime Time was out there for a while.
So what in your opinion, Marshelle, being that you've been in this game for 21 years as a female driver, what makes driving or being in the trucking industry different from other jobs?
As long as you pick up your freight on time and you deliver on time, you are your own boss. You ain't got nobody harping on you.
So out of the 21 years, how many companies have you drove for?
How many have I drove for?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 6. I drove for 6.
That's all?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So we already know that CR England was the least driven company. It was 6 months. What was your experience, if you could remember, with CR England, and what made you leave to go to a smaller outfit?
They wouldn't let me get home. I mean, it was like they're in Utah, so I'm in Georgia. And even though back then they didn't have as many trucks down in the Atlanta area as what they do now. So it was like pulling tooth and nail to try to get home to see my babies. And when you didn't get me home for 6 months to see my babies, it was a wrap. When I did get home, I quit.
Oh man, I heard that. What was the money like?
Oh, it was cheap. I think they started you out like at 25 cents a mile. Oh yeah, it was cheap.
How come? Okay, now I'm hearing a theme here from you old schoolers, because at one point I heard that the money was good back in the day,
but you got to stop and think it was good for that era.
Yeah,
that era was good because things wasn't as high as what it was now. I used to go buy groceries. I mean, stop and think about it. When my kids was little, gas was 50 to 75 cents when my children was little.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Yeah. So, I could go buy a week's worth of groceries for $40 for a family of 5.
Right.
So, I mean, that's like everything that you needed. Now, you can't walk out the store with one bag for $45, and that's feed one person.
But Marshall, I'm still tripping on the fact that 25 cents though.
25 cents.
But I'm hearing back then, the money was good.
But that was good money back then.
25 cents?
Yeah, but that was good money back then. That was decent money for a starter back then.
Can you guys imagine 25? Well, some of you guys probably can with some of these bullshit ass companies.
I think when my dad first started driving, he was making a nickel a mile.
Whoa. 5 cents a mile?
Yes.
Whoa, that. Oh, okay. I need clarification, Marshelle. I need some clarification. 5 cent a mile.
Yes.
Was this as a company driver or did he own his own truck?
He was a company driver.
Did he ever go into owner operations?
Oh yeah, he owned 2 trucks. My brother still owns, to this day, my brother still owns Wendy, and my daughter named her. She's a 87 W9. No, a T600.
Wow. All right. So
And
have
she's
you?
still on the road to this day.
Wow. So your dad was an owner operator. So he had his did he had well owner operators today is totally different how it was back in the day. So how was it for him being an owner operator of multiple trucks back then?
He enjoyed it. My dad loved being on the road. He loved it. And what makes it so funny was he was going to lease on the US Express one time. Now, listen, they told him he didn't have enough driving experience.
Wait, how much experience he had at the time when he when he went try to get in?
He had 30 years.
And US Express said that he didn't have no experience that much. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. It was so funny.
That's well, you know what? Maybe they probably said that because they couldn't get his background, I guess. But still, though, that's a slap in the face.
Oh yeah, he laughed at him.
That's a slap in the face. How you gonna come and tell an old school 30-year driver that I don't have no experience?
Yeah, and he's a veteran.
Oh my God.
My dad's a veteran. My son-in-law's a veteran, and so is my son.
All right. TBE, what's going on, bro? He says he's from Maryland, but love driving in the Midwest. That's what's up. You can keep Maryland too, bro. I'm just saying. Crystal, she says Cali was the best.
Oh, she loves California. Can't stand it.
The world is mine, says Marshelle, do you? Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, hold on. There we go. The world is mine says, and all these mega carriers have cab overs. Was the truck you was driving was a cab over, or have you ever driven a cab over?
I've never drove a cab over. Never. I did not want to be first on the scene. Sorry. JB Hunt and Snyder was one of the first mega carriers to have the cab overs. I do not want to be first on the scene. You cannot put me in one of those little bitty boxes. I am not going to be first on the scene. Nope, not my big honey.
He come back. He said D.E. Johnson was fast too. Let's see, D.E. Johnson. Daryl, what's going on? He says, what made you choose CR England over the other mega carriers at that time?
I wanted to get away. Just to be honest.
I mean, back then, there really wasn't no way to vet companies like we can do now. Like, there wasn't no way to do your research as we can do now. So back then, I guess CR England just came to you and said, hey,
yep,
25 cents a mile, you can get away, you can see the world, and yada yada yada, and
yada yada yada, teach you what we need to teach you,
and just pour the milk. And you say, hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then when you got in there, you just knew it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
So the company after that, you say you went with a small outfit. What was the difference with the smaller outfit?
The mom and pops outfits, they treat you more like family than what it is. If you go to one of these big mega carriers, they don't know who you are. At the end of the day, they don't know about your family. They don't know, your history. I was with Great Southern, and I loved Great Southern. Loved them. I hated it because they went out of business. But the owner died, and someone else took over, and blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, long story short, they went under. But when Miracle was born, they knew, they knew about, Crystal being pregnant. They made sure I got home for things. They were based out here out of Dalton. So, of course, I was home often, a lot, every weekend, a couple times during the week. We hauled refrigerated produce, so we would run out and we would run back in.
All right. Hold on right quick. Let's see. The World Is Mine says, I started in 1996 at Burlington Motor Carriers at 17
cents a mile.
Woo! TBE says Stevens Transport 39 cents starting pay. Yeah, they still do that to this very day. Darren says, I started at CRST at 31 cents. I would have been happy starting at 39 cents. Aren't we all? We would have been all started at that. The Dakotas are good because nobody wanted to drive on the mountains. I didn't. Speaking of the mountain driving, did you get any experience mountain driving, and how was it?
Oh, yeah. That was one of the main reasons that stop asking, that I wanted to go to CR England the way I did, because they were in Utah. So, of course, you got to go over their mountains to get from point A to point B. So, being from the South, we don't ever get snow. Never get snow. I ain't never saw so much snow in my life as when I went to CR England. Just being honest. We had a blizzard of 93 and everything shut down like Fort Knox. All right.
How was your experience driving an 18-wheeler through weather like that?
It was really good. There was a few times, when that, it hit that slick spot, and all of a sudden you'd see that trailer starting to come around, and it kind of like, you want to suck the seat up your ass a little bit. But, I done good. I never laid her over. But, once again, when the weather gets bad enough for my tires to start slipping, I go to bed.
I got you. So 21 years, I in the midst of that 21 years and in the midst of my sits, I met up with you. We was at this oh my God, I forgot the damn place, but it was so fucking horrible. They had, I don't know if they had you there for a long time, but they had me there for damn near.
I was there all damn day.
Same here. I was in that door for about a good 10 to 15 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And we met up right there. And at that time you was driving or is it the same company or
Frank's.
Yeah. Now what happened with that company?
I'm going back probably in April.
Oh, okay. So you still with them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's your experience? What's your experience with them?
I love Frank's. They're a little company. I've always loved working with them. My dispatcher, he was a young buck or whatever. I had to train him to, do what I needed him to do. But after me and him come to this meeting of the baby Jesus, everything was good. But they gave me my miles. They run me. I'd run for them. My babies are grown, and I've got my fur babies with me. So, I come home when I wanted to. But I would average, before the electronic logs come in, I could get 45 to 5,000 miles a week easy.
Wow. And we over here talking about 3,000. You hear that? 4 to 5,000 on paper?
On paper. A week.
I want that. I want that. Give me that by myself. But
and my kids done a lot of it with me. My kids has got so many miles under their hiney, it's unreal.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mama Marshelle, yo, 5,000 miles. Let's say 4,500 miles. What was that? What was you? You don't have to be detailed or nothing like that, but what was the money like? I mean, what was the paychecks like at
They were
at,
good. They
at 4,500 miles,
they were
5,000
real
miles?
good. They were good. I'll put it to you like this: my kids, my grandbabies more than my kids, because my kids are grown now, but my grandbabies were spoiled. My oldest, Miracle had called, Nene, I want this. Okay, baby, just give it to her.
Wow, man. Can y'all imagine running about 5,000 by yourself without this electronic thing dictating when you need to stop, when you need to sleep, when you need to take a break? Could you imagine of just having your own freedom of just driving the truck? Can you imagine that?
It was awesome. Frank's, they would give me my information, and heck, it depend on if I was to leave Dalton and have to deliver in, Miles City or wherever I was going to. I'd pick up my load, and I wouldn't hear from them until I delivered my load and told them I was empty.
All right, hold on right quick.
Never spoke to them.
These,
Awesome.
these comments is going too damn fast for me. Hold on, y'all. I'm keeping up with you guys. Hold on. Lashes and Lip Gloss says Nevada and New Mexico. TBE says I took my wife out. She loves Wyoming and going west to Utah. Crystal, she says, Mama, remember the time when the trailer came up beside us on the mountain and I was tripping? I was tripping out and you was like, it's cool, you got this. Oh, we got a story. So what happened, Mama?
I can't remember what was happening, but the trailer, it was storming real bad or snowing or something other, and it was like the trailer was like, like dusting us. It was like right there, like we were just swapping shoulders. And I was like, it's all right, baby, we got this. Just, it's cool.
Wow, man. Resto says that's a nice view, TBE, and the world is mine. Thank you for the super chat, bruh. Marshelle, it was good talking. It was good talking talking a trip back down memory lane. Be safe. Thank you. The world is mine. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out the door.
Be safe, brother.
All right, TBE says not with all Swift drivers out there. They need to go to sleep.
Ooh, good old Swift.
How was it? How was it with?
They ain't changed. They still the same dummy lumps they always have been.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Marshelle, man, I am really enjoying myself right now, going down memory lane with you. What was some of the, now a lot of we talked about the good side of trucking, for females and stuff like that. But what are some of the bad sides of trucking that you have seen? What's some of the stuff that you've seen so far that you don't like, that really that gives you a pet peeve, that really grinds your gears about trucking right now?
All this, the fighting, the killing, over parking, all this parking, I don't know a lot about all the government up in our business and stuff when it comes to trucking now, but I feel like as soon as they put in those electronic logs, trucking went to hell in a handbasket. There's no parking anymore. I always call it solar power drivers. You always had your solar power drivers that, they go when the sun comes up. When the sun goes down, they park somewhere. They're always in the truck stops first. The ones that would drive 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you just shit out of luck because you ain't got nowhere to park. it's just there's not enough parking for us anymore. And you got drivers fighting over parking spots. They would rather shoot you as look at you over a damn parking spot. Create you one. You ain't got to kill nobody. We all out here doing the same job, trying to provide for our families.
That is crazy. That is. I mean, I just seen a story about a driver getting hurt over a parking spot, and it's I guess these parking spots is like it's like golden right now. You know what I'm saying?
It is. And I mean, that's like you have, and look, I about got run over today. You got these steering wheel holders. It's just got this tunnel vision. And I don't know if anybody's been down through the 2475 split lately, but if y'all have, God bless, good luck. But look, they don't pay attention. They're all in a hurry to get somewhere because they've got that clock just ticking. And they don't think about nothing but what's ahead of them. And it's the whole respect thing. Trucking, stop, Brielle. Trucking has went as far as respect for other drivers. You still got your certain ones that does the respect, but then you have a lot that don't respect nobody. They don't even respect themselves to take a bath. Come on now.
I agree. There's a lot of drivers out here that, it's not a good look, bruh. It's not a good look.
No.
And the grill, that's even worse. That's you making all this money now. You're making all this money, and you can't.
And you look like you've been chewing on rocks.
Oh my God! Speaking of making all this money, Marshelle, you said trucking has been real good to you as far as personal life and financial life. How is it possible, in your opinion? How is it possible for somebody to be out here for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years and be broke? How is that possible?
Keeping that left door open, staying in them casinos, paying for them lot lizards. It's just the way it goes. There's if you set yourself up right, you're always going to have money. You're always going to have what you need. You may not have what you necessarily want, but you're going to have what you need. But you can better yourself if you'll set yourself up right.
So out of the 21 years that you've been driving, have you ever thought about being an owner operator?
I have. It's just, look, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm lazy. It's like this. The way I look at it is, it's just easier for someone else to own the headache.
Lashes and Lip Gloss says, can she see the puppy?
Oh, can you see the puppy?
No, she wants to see the puppy.
Well.
Yeah, you probably had to turn. Oh, okay. All right, there you go.
That's Aspen. And that's Brielle.
Okay.
And
That's what's up. All right.
Hold on, let me find her. Well, Sophie, where you at, Mama?
She said, "I'm cooling."
She is. She's being good.
She says, "I'm cooling." What do you think?
Been on the truck? They've been on the truck with me since they were 6 weeks old.
What do you think is the biggest challenges for truck drivers facing today, in particular female drivers?
Female drivers is always going to get judged. I don't know if I'm sure everybody heard about it, about the female driver that got killed down in Mississippi.
Yeah.
God rest her soul.
Yeah, I talked to, as a matter of fact, I talked to the daughter of that female driver. As a matter of fact, we will be doing a follow-up with her. So stay tuned for that. We will be
Yeah,
doing.
God rest her soul. And I mean, there's always things that, we have to take precautions as a female driver. We always have to, me, myself personally, Aspen weighs 100 pounds. You know, Bria weighs 65 pounds. I will never travel without them. Nobody will mess with my truck. Nobody will come up near my truck when they see them.
That's
Um,
what's up.
it's the little things that we have to do. I don't like to get out of a nighttime. If I do have to get out to go use the bathroom or whatever before I park, I pull through the fuel island. I go use the restroom, do what I got to do, and then I go park. I make sure I let them out while I'm at the fuel island. Yes, it pisses people off, but I don't give a damn. It's late of a night, and I don't give a shit. There's 10 other pumps you can go to, but I let them out, so I park the furthest away towards the grass. I don't give a shit, and I let them out where it's lighted, because nowadays there's not enough light at the truck stops. There's just not. It's not safe for a female driver to get out. And before I turn on the light in my truck or anything, I pull my curtains to where nobody can see in my truck.
All right, all right. David Henry says, "What's up, bit bro? What's going on, David Henry?" He said, "That hat is fire, bro. Where you get your hats from? You have a website?" I sure do.
Of
It's
course he does.
called New Era. It is newera.com. Definitely. This is I forgot what this is, but this is my Browns, though. Representing my Browns. So basically, that's where I get all my hats from. Either newera.com or fanatics.com. So if you're looking for that fresh cap, definitely go there. I wish I was getting sponsored. Fanatics, y'all hear me, right? Lashes and lip gloss says, oh, you said that already. TBE Trucking says, I can't lie. I do is stare. Wait.
All I do is stare at the damn
Stare
clock
at
all
the
day
damn
long.
clock all day. Exactly. I think we all do that, guy. I'm looking at the clock now, as a matter of fact. David Henry, CR England, let me get my monkey off my back. Off my back. Happy about being let go. Yeah, CR England is not it's not a hot place, man. Lashes and lip gloss says, I saw a guy that I wish was a male lot lizard.
I saw a few of those.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh,
because
man.
it's true. I mean, the lot lizards was always there for the males. I'm sure they didn't give a damn if you got, male, female, whatever. They didn't give a shit. But, you never saw a guy out there pimping his ass. You never saw that.
How now? Let me ask you something. Now that the new millennials here, but as trucking was changing the face of everything. Now that we got technology in the truck, we got the e-laws, we got the GPSs, we got the cell phones. How important was the CB back in the day?
Oh, it was important. That's how everybody communicated with everybody. You didn't hear all this bullshit. I don't even run a CB anymore. But you didn't hear all the extracurricular bullshit that you do now. When they were a wreck ahead, everybody was letting everybody know, hey, there's a wreck ahead, or you got a smoky on the shoulder, or, whatever's going on. If someone was on the side of the road, they'd holler at you, you all right over there, driver? You got help coming? Whatever it was, that's how it was back then.
What type of freight have you pulled in your 21 years?
I pulled refrigerated freight, I pulled dry freight, and I done flatbed and step deck.
Oh, here we go. Flatbed. What was your experience with that?
It was actually pretty cool. It was my one thing I actually want to do, and I will do it before my time ends, is I want to do heavy haul. Okay. But it was a learning experience. I mean, I don't like to get dirty. So, the dirty part was not for me, but it was very good learning experience.
So when the guys seen a woman get out throwing some chains and throwing some straps, how was the look for you? What was kind of looks that you was getting when you was doing that?
Sometimes they would just watch, just stand there and watch. And then other times they would offer to come over and help. I'm short. So, when you're standing there and you're trying to throw straps or whatnot, sometimes they would come over and offer to help throw them or whatnot. But a lot of times I think it was more of a factor that, wow, you got a female out here doing this type of work.
Yeah, that wow moment right there. I mean, I keep saying that flatbed is a young man's game, but when I see a woman out there doing the damn thing, I'm amazed. I mean,
I like to throw chains. I'd rather throw chains than straps.
I get excited when I see a woman out there doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I'd rather throw chains than straps, though.
So you drove all that. Have you ever considered driving a car haul or anything like that?
No, that's too much of an insurance liability for me.
Let's see.
Just saying.
Let's see. Sweetest, what's going on? Sweetest Georgia Peach in the house. I got it. You know what? Hold on. I think I got. Here we go.
Georgia, Georgia, Georgia.
I know I had that for
you.
Ain't nothing like a Georgia girl.
There you go. That's what's up. Let's see. TBE says, what with some happy faces? What? TBE, what? Resto says, with 2 books, you can make all the miles you want easy. Yes, like I said, can you imagine now?
Easy money.
Trying to do 5,000, 4,500 miles. I say the tipping point for me, I pushed 38, and that was all dropping hooks. So that's why how I was able to maximize all my miles. So back then,
I used to beat a team out to Miles City.
Oh, okay. Have you ever in your 21 years, have you driven team with anybody?
Yeah, I did.
How was that experience?
I told him walking across the parking lot, this will make us or break us.
Oh my!
It broke us.
Oh my! How long did y'all two team together when you figured it wasn't?
We teamed about a year.
So after that, you kind of figured that it wouldn't work no more.
Yeah, it's better to be in 2 trucks.
What's the experience of well, I'm going to assume y'all two was a couple, right?
Yeah.
At that time. So yeah. What was the experience of a couple team driving in a confined space?
Always hard. You really want to put your hand around their neck while they're driving down the interstate and just choke the life out of them, and just open the door and just kick them right on out.
It was that bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a learning experience. It was something. I mean, you have to, because he's from Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So with him being from Jersey and me being from the South, it was already 2 different attitudes. Cause he's laid back, more cool, calm. Not me. I'm on vocal point. You bother me, I tell you bother me. They ain't none of this. Well, no, we ain't coming down. We gonna get right to the point. So it was a very hard learning experience, but it was I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't take it back because that's a year that, you know, there was just us.
You wouldn't take none of this back, would you? If you had to
No,
do it, if you had to do it all over again, you would do it all over again, would
all
you?
over again. I missed, you know, there's a lot of things I missed with my kids when my kids were small growing up. I always made it there for the important stuff. Always. The important stuff, I was always there. They knew that there was a lot of things that I couldn't be there for, but when it came to important stuff, I made sure that I was always there for the important stuff.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Life with Joshua. Hit me up in the Gmail, bro. That's Lockoutmen Podcast Guest. That's Lockoutmen Podcast Guest at gmail.com. Go ahead and send me an email, bro, and we'll hook something up. Crystal says my husband is a Browns backer. Yeah.
I told you, that's my son-in-law.
Yeah, and we doing the damn thing. So let's keep it now. Listen, I already know that the last game of the year is going to kind of be iffy, but we next week we already got the W next week, so I ain't even worried about that. The last game of the year is what I'm worried about. But if we got the W next week, so we already in the playoffs. We already there. That's what's up. Sweetness says my grandfather had a CB. It was definitely more respect on the CB back then.
Whole lot more. A whole lot more.
The CB now, like I said, I have
Disrespectful.
I have a CB, and I do turn it on every so often, but
I don't even run one. I hadn't run one in years.
let's see. Resto says, and now with all the truck stops charging for half the parking lots just to keep making money from us. I agree. And TA is fucking notorious for that.
Oh yeah.
It's just
back years ago, like I said, it didn't matter what time of day, night, you could pull in and find a parking spot. When I first started, driving, everybody's nervous, of course, backing into these tight spots. Everybody is. And I don't give a damn you're a man or not. You say you don't get nervous backing into some of these tight spots, you lying.
I'm nervous all the time.
But I was in this one tight spot, and these two nice decked out Peter cars, just long nose hood, chrome lights, them good chicken haulers. Okay, I couldn't get in. And I finally got on CB. I'm like, look, I don't care to take the hood off one of these trucks. Somebody better come and help me. You wouldn't believe how many people I had out there helping me back. But that was just how it was back then. I wasn't scared. You had to ask for help back then. And back then it wasn't nothing to ask somebody for help, and everybody would help everybody. But now you got people that will sit there and watch you struggle.
Yeah.
Rather than get out to help you. They'll let you hit them versus getting out and helping you back in to where it's a safe spot.
The camera jockeys. And they are the camera jockeys, the ones that look at that Swift driver right there. Mm-hmm. Get in that. Well, why don't you get out and help, bro?
And you know what's so funny? I've always said I've gotten so many fights with people in the truck stops because I don't care. It's a miracle I ain't got my ass shot yet. But this one female, she was getting a little bit too close to my truck. So, I tooted the horn, let her know, hey, got out, offered to help her, back in. She want to run her mouth telling me she been driving for 5 years. She know what the hell she doing. Bitch, this is how it's going to go. You hit my motherfucking truck, you going to know what you doing. But that's just how it is because, you know, you got some people who think they know it all. I'll tell you the words that my father told me years ago. He said, Marshelle, the day you think you know everything when it comes to trucking, hang your
You need
damn
to
keys
hang up
up.
the keys up. Exactly.
And I've
Exactly.
always used that because you know what? I don't know shit. Still don't know shit because this shit's changing every single day, especially
Every
with the
day.
government so far in our pockets now. It's crazy.
Every day. Coming from a veteran, and I've been saying that for years myself. If you think you know too much, it's time to hang them up, man.
The day you think you know everything, hang your keys up. Park that truck, hang the keys up, and start a new career. Because you know what? You don't know everything. You will never know everything when it comes to driving a truck. There's nothing that amazes me out there anymore. Nothing.
Exactly. Uh, exactly. Sweetest Georgia Peach. She said communications. Two people in them tight quarters need communication.
Yep.
David Henry says, you a flatbed? Well, she's not a flatbed now, but he says, do you have any tips? What do you have? What tips do you have for being a flatbedder?
Flatbed's hard work. I mean, it's not for the weak. I'll tell you that. Not for the weak. During the winter, make sure you always dress warm. You know, make sure your load's secured good and properly. You know, you don't want to put more straps is better than not enough. You know, it's just the way it goes. You know, it's better to be overcautious than not cautious at all.
Have you had any, now I call these final destination moments because of that first movie that I'd seen with the truck sliding and everything falling and all like that. Well, not to say you're here, so I'm hoping you never experienced that, but have you seen any major accidents
I was
that,
in a major accident.
oh, okay. What
I was in a
happened?
major accident back in 2004.
What happened?
Actually, it was 2003.
What happened?
I was going down 75, went around a curve. There was a box truck pulling a car in the middle of the night, 4:30 in the morning, with no lights on, no nothing on, and I hit them. It was like hitting a brick wall. They
Man,
died instantly. They died. I broke their neck. They died upon the impact. They were inside the car that was being towed.
hold up, hold up.
It was two guys and a girl.
Oh my God.
Hmm. And
How,
it broke both my feet and all my ribs on my left side.
so what? Wait, so the car was being towed by a tow truck?
By a box truck
Oh, by a bus truck,
with a strap.
and it was people in the car.
Yeah, there was two guys and a girl.
No lights, no
No
nothing.
lights, no
At four,
anything. They
at 4
said they said when I hit them that from the impact of the truck, I was going 72. They averaged them going 25, 20 to 25 miles an hour. So when I hit them, it was like hitting a brick wall.
Was this on a major highway?
It was on Interstate 75
The fuck?
at exit 273, Glade Road exit, or
What?
283, Glade Road exit.
What the hell they was doing? Or
They burnt. They literally burnt underneath my truck. My truck, trailer, everything burnt.
how? After finding out that they perished in the accident and you up in the hospital, how how did that impact you?
It was hard. And then on top of it, not just a few months later, I found out that that's when I was having my granddaughter, Miracle. And my daughter we had just got back from California, and my daughter had just got out of the truck.
Well, I'm sorry for them. You know, I don't understand. No lights, 25 miles an hour on a major interstate. That's about 70. That's about 70 or more, and you playing. That's what I can. That's all
It
I
was
can.
hard. Jamon was my saving grace. Just to be, we had just started dating. Um, we met at Rosedale, but Jamon was my saving grace. He had to run from Dalton to Jersey. He would come down because my daughter was pregnant. So, of course, she couldn't put me in the tub and take me out, because I had cast on both feet. My ribs was broken. There's no way she could have done it. Well, he's black, I'm white. He didn't know how to wash my hair. My hair was long at the time, but he would come down. He would run up to Jersey and then run back down, and he would bathe me every time he was in. And we lasted 11 years.
Um,
But he was the one who he picked me up. He physically picked me up, put me in his truck, and said, I will not let you not get back up in this truck. If I
I
don't do this, you will never drive again.
I I want to touch on that right quick. But your daughter Crystal, she says I told her not to leave that night. I knew something bad was going to happen. Sweetness says, how did you recover from that for
It was
you and your
hard.
family?
It was hard for years, for years. I mean,
That's
we're
what I want to
talking.
touch on. I definitely want to touch on that
It
because
was it was hard for years. I had, it was the fact that my family's very blended. And when I tell you very blended, my children was never raised to see color or race. They, you know, it took 5 years in court to get, to the bottom of everything. They pulled the race card out. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm sorry, you can't see in a car. So you don't know what color anybody is. Everybody looks black in a car at nighttime. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. But my granddaughter's half Hispanic. I've got granddaughters and grandsons that's black. But when they pulled out that race card, it was hard. But they found out that they had meth in the back of their car. That's why they didn't want them to the car to be sitting on the side of the road. So, you know, when the mother of one of the passengers walked up to me and hugged me and told me that I'd done her grandchildren a favor, I just broke. I just broke.
mm,
And they found out that between the 5 years that they were had to do all the they were had like between the three adults that was in that car, they had like 15 kids.
what about the drivers of the box truck?
Um, I don't know what truly actually ever happened to him. I know that he was DOT mandated, but he was supposed to have been in Michigan. His logbook was showing him currently in Michigan at the time of the accident. He had let a non-licensed CDL driver drive that box truck from Michigan down to Georgia. So I don't know exactly what happened to him. I know he tried to sue me, which he didn't get away with. But because I had lawyers after lawyers after lawyers, I had so many lawyers, it was unreal.
So this took a financial hit for you as well as being as well as personally. Like
Oh yeah,
how long you had to recover?
I was out of work about 6 months. And
Marshelle,
I had, of course, you got the disability or whatever, the workman's comp is what it was.
after 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 an accident of that magnitude, why would you want to get back into the truck?
Passion. I mean, you see, even to this day, I still see stupid people doing stupid shit that caused my accident. Still, I was coming from Dalton yesterday, and I was watching a truck. Now, I'm sorry, you got to pay attention to your sides. If you do not look in your mirrors, you can see your lights flickering on and off. There was a truck in front of me. His lights was flickering on and off. A big truck. So you can't sit there and tell me you can't see your lights flickering on and off. I still see it, but it made the picture a whole lot bigger. You look when something that bad happens, you see further ahead than what most would now. You pay more attention to the road and the dumb shit that people does every day.
They say accidents really change you. I mean,
It did.
it really changed your outlook of things, especially getting in an accident in the truck. It's a hell of a lot different than getting in an accident in the car. Like,
Almost definitely.
getting in an accident in the truck after a truck pulls in front of you and stop and you smash in the back of it and you able to get out of that truck while everybody looking at you like, how is you getting out the truck? It changes you. It changes you.
It took a toll on my kids. I mean, Crystal, it did. It took a real hard toll on them, and Crystal could probably, comment more about how she felt during the whole thing of, being notified that, hey, your mother was in a wreck, she's in the hospital, not knowing what the extent was, not knowing what wall was behind, the fact that happened. Sorry to call you, but your mother's been in a wreck. And see, with me not being married, of course, they're going to notify my children or my parents first.
Now, Crystal, I see you still in the comments. I am kind of curious. How you probably had firsthand on how your mother was going through all of that, because not only the accident, but again, people perished in that accident. So that even put more anxiety on you, knowing that you caused the accident that took somebody's life.
Yeah, it was, and I still, to this day, even after all these years, I still think about them. And it's not so much as an everyday thought, of what I could have done different, because I couldn't have done anything different. But it's around the holidays that when you think of them, you think of them the most, because at the end of the day, that was still someone's, mother, brother, sister, their daughter, their son. That was still somebody's something. So, it and just to know that you took another life is hard within itself. Even though it wasn't my fault, I was never charged, I was never ticketed, and I was never cited for it, because I was on point with everything. But still, it was the fact that those people perished underneath my truck.
What was the company? What was the company standpoint at that time?
They had my back the whole time.
Yeah, was they behind you
the whole time, all the way? I worked for Great Southern at that time, and they stood behind me the whole entire time. So we're talking like I had so many lawyers that it was just millions of dollars.
Wow. Ooh, I am glad that you're here. Sweetness says her heart just dropped from hearing this. She said that's her biggest fear. That should be everybody's fear.
It's still my biggest fear to
It,
this day.
it should be everybody's fear because a lot of you new jacks is coming out here just
Steering wheel
thinking,
holders.
yeah, y'all coming out here just thinking, oh yeah, I'm getting into this game because I need the money and yada yada yada. But y'all, it's a lot more to it. It's a lot more to it. Resto says, won't be so sure about the Browns next game. Look at the Steelers. I thought it was going to be an easy game for them yesterday, and they get bit by the Bengals. Hey, I don't know. I just think Steelers is still going to be our biggest problem, bro. Sweetness says, my heart will be broken. You were definitely strong. I commend you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Crystal says it was really hard on her and I. I had to keep telling her it wasn't her fault. I think me being pregnant with her first grandchild helped her a lot. She had something happy to look forward to. Oh, that's sweet. I am touched. Woo. Okay. I'm honestly touched right now. Hold on for a second. Oh, okay. Woo. Okay, I'm back. I'm touched. Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you, Marshelle, for sharing that. Wow.
Always respect the truck. That's the one thing that none of the newbies, they don't respect the truck. You always got to respect that 80,000 pounds up under your ass. If you don't respect it, they ain't nobody else going to.
Crystal, how did you feel when your mom said she wanted to get back into the truck and when she got back in the truck? And Marshawn, what was some of I know there was some resistance of your family just being like they don't want you to get back in the truck, man. What was it? What was that scene like when you was telling them that you was getting back into the truck?
My dad's always stood behind me. My mom, bless her heart, she's a little worrywart. She worries about everything, and she's got to know where I'm at all times. But my family was very supportive. They didn't try to talk me out of it. They were supportive. My family's always been very supportive in any decision I make. My mom and my dad's always been my biggest cheer now. My dad's always told me since I was a little girl, you can do anything in this world you put your mind to. So, always, I'm 50 years old now and still daddy's little girl. I'll be daddy's little girl until the day I take my last breath.
Now, you know what? I haven't even touched on that. How did your father feel when he found out about the accident?
He don't want to talk about it. He didn't want to talk about it.
We're strong guys. I think being the strong guy.
He just hugged me and wouldn't let go.
I would have did the same thing. I would have did the same thing. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it too next time I see you. So expect the hug from me. Expect the hug from me. What before I get back to the chat and before we get on up out of here, first thing first, I would like to thank you very much for coming on and sharing your stories with us, man. I really enjoyed this evening with you. What are some of your greatest accomplishments in trucking?
My greatest accomplishments in trucking?
Yeah.
I guess being able to hold on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, baby, call me back in just a few minutes. Well, um, sorry.
No, you good.
I guess I raised my babies by myself. I didn't get child support, didn't get nothing from their father. I had the support and the backbone of my mom and dad. But I guess raising my kids and always being able to give my kids everything that they wanted, I spoiled them. I mean, they were what I had, and I spoiled them to the utmost. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I mean, they grown now and they still spoiled. And now it goes from no till I get to spoil my grandbabies. So now my grandbabies, Miracle, she'll call me from, send me a text message. She's at school. Nay, I need $2 for a bag of chips and a soda. I'll send her $10. Just it's you're being able to spoil. You're still able to spoil them, and I've got to travel. A lot of people has to pay to travel to see what we see. No, we can't always get out and enjoy the sights, but just to see the different sights, the different scenery, the way the world works in the different states is just, it's been a blessing. I got to take my kids back, when I was driving. You didn't have to really worry about a rider's permit or anything like that. Just throw them up in the damn truck and roll with them. They didn't care. My kids would go all the time. So my kids has got to see places that most kids will never be able to see.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Sweetness says, that's very true. Oh, she was talking to your daughter, but she says that's very true, Crystal. God knew what she needed to repair her, and that was your grandchild Miracle. Crystal says, I wanted her to do it for I wanted to do it for her. She needed it, but personally, I didn't want her to. She didn't want you back in the truck. It scared her. I wanted her to be happy, so I supported her. That's what's up. That's what's up. And Sweetness says she respects the truck. I drive like I want to get home to my kids and grandkids in one piece. Everyone around me. So I shared my location with my kids every day. Recently turned it off though. I'm home. That's what's up. That is what's up, man.
My location is on all the time, even if I'm at home. Look, my granddaughter, Miracle, if I am anywhere for longer than 10 minutes, she gets a notification and she knows that I've not moved.
That's what's
up. Crystal and Tabitha, my son not so much, but my daughter-in-law, she'll check every now and then. But they all keep a check on me, to see where I'm at, and they pretty much they track me, especially Miracle. So she tracks her Nay, wants to know where I'm at.
Let's back up for a minute. With technology now, that makes it easy for everybody to keep in contact, to track one another and all like that. But and also get paid, direct deposit. Back then, when you came into the game, where tracking wasn't,
you didn't have it,
and direct deposit wasn't invented yet. How did you get how did you get paid? Did they just send your money to the house, or
they put it on your fuel card?
Oh, you have fuel cards back? Okay, how'd that work?
It was funny. It was just like setting up an ATM account. You swipe it at the ATM machine and get your paycheck off of it.
Okay. That's what's up. All right. So back then, They had the fuel card. This time, don't put my money on the fuel card. That's what U.S. Express tried to do to me. We'll put your money on the fuel card. No, bro. I got a debit card right here, man. You get that direct deposit, yo. Well, we
Yeah.
got to ensure it's no.
And
Chase Bank, you know,
right. And
is
you went to that pay phone, that little pay booth, or you went to the Iron Skillet and sat down at the booth and called your family and let them know where you're at.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Marshelle, everybody. Man, thank you. Sweetness says, my daughter called me while I was in New York at the rest stop. Mom, what you're doing at Starbucks? I'm in the rest area. Oh, that's what's up. Well, Marshelle, man, thank you very much for coming on tonight and sharing your story with me. Of course, you're part of the L.O.M community, so we're here. So, I do want to touch on this. Your grandma would. How many tattoos do you have?
How many tattoos?
Yes.
32.
God damn it, man. You just recently got some new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now let me ask you this. What your tattoos are significant of you. So what's some backstories on some of your tattoos?
Well, this one, let me find it right here. This is my mom and my dad's writing. That's my mom's. And then my dad's is right here.
Okay.
My mom and dad is the anchor that holds our family together. So that's what that is. And then my mom likes these little flowers here, whatever. My dad likes tulips. And then this one right here, we have a real good family. And that's why I was saying sometimes family chooses you. You don't choose your family. Well, this is our family chose us. He passed away a few years ago of heart failure. So this is my heart. And then the day he died, ladybugs was everywhere. So here's a ladybug. And then this one is my koi fish. You can see my tank back here.
Oh, okay.
That's Clyde right there.
Okay.
And then I just got them everywhere. They're just everywhere.
That's what's
I've
up.
got, I got a
tattoo grandma, tattoo trucking grandma. Tattoo trucking grandma. Well, Marshelle, thank you very much. I really do appreciate you being here. I want you to stay on right quick while I end the show. And again, what advice would you have for some of these for what advice or what message that you have for some of these new jacks that's coming out here?
Don't never be embarrassed to get out and ask for help. Always ask for help. Somebody will help you, especially old school drivers. If you got a question, ask it. No question's a dumb question. And always be safe. Check your mirrors. Check them mirrors. And always expect the unexpected.
That's what's up. Well, hold on, Marshawn. Give me a second. I'm about to go ahead and end the show.
Never say my damn name right.
Marshelle. You know what? You're right. I'm going to start calling you grandma. I think I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be a bonus son somewhere. Even though me and you both the same age, and we came up in the same era. I'm 69. I'm 69. What are you? What
You're
year?
I'm a Scorpio.
No, what year? What year? I'm born in 69.
70.
See, wait, how was? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm 51.
My birthday's in November.
I forgot I was 51. Damn it, man. Okay, that's old age for you guys right there. That is old age. Anyway, that's going to do it for the Lockoutmen podcast show for this evening, y'all. I appreciate all you guys being here tonight. I do appreciate the engagement, definitely the engagement. This was a very awesome segment right here. Shout out to Sweetest Georgia Peach for coming up in here. Shout out to Lashes and Lip Gloss. Definitely shout out to my man, The World Is Mine, for the $5 super chat and going down memory lane. Shout out to Crystal Davis for coming up in here. Thank you very much, little lady. I really do appreciate it. TBE and the rest of you guys, I appreciate all you guys being here. Definitely come back tomorrow for another episode. You know, I don't know who I'm going to have, but you guys know from the promo when I put it up in the morning. So that's how it works over here. You know, I appreciate you guys coming over here. And this is what we do. We park in politics. You know what I'm saying? We have good conversations with good people that I meet and greet. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I hope you guys appreciate what I do. If you do, hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. Smash that like button. If you guys like what I do over here, hook a brother up with some coffee, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you like what I do over here, consider joining. I don't know. Hook a brother up, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me hit this button. You guys take it easy, and I will come back with another podcast show for you guys. Peace.
Cause baby, once I'm gone, I ain't coming back. You gon' have to settle with another man. But when you realize, don't be running back.